I'm an artist. I'm an artist that dabs in everything. I'm one of those artists. Yeah, but I moved away from painting. I found that most of the times that I was painting, I always ended up crying. Where was crying, right? Because one, it didn't turn out, it wasn't going according to how I had envisioned it. The colors weren't right. It was such a struggle. It was such a struggle. And I couldn't stand it. I just couldn't stand it. I don't know. For me, I just felt like I wasn't aligned. Like I could do it, but it was too much of a struggle. Too much. Even if it came out good on the other end. I would say 8.5 times out of 10 it did. But it was just too much after a while. And I just got turned off. I got so turned off. Anyway, fast forward. And I began collaging. I don't know what triggered it. Maybe I saw something and I was like, oh, I'd like to try that, right? So I drew a face, a picture of a man, and decided to collage it, right? I purposely, oh wow, and I have the date on it too when I drew it, the face. So August 18th, 2022, and the collage was done September 25th, 22, probably the date that I completed it. So yeah, very proud of this work. I loved it. I loved the process. I love cutting out it wasn't cutting out, actually, it was tearing, which is probably even more cool, you know. I wasn't pressured, like I had to get it right, and that's probably why I enjoyed it so much, you know. I just loved it. And what's so ironic about it is like a couple years before that, I had another artist friend. I think at the time, I was kind of on getting ready to do that pivot. And she said, well, have you ever thought about collaging? No. Hell no. Why would I do that? Like, that is whack. That is so boring. That is, But what I pictured it as collaging, right? There's a whole world of collaging. You can do you can put it together anyhow you want. Fast forward now, who's collaging? Your girl. Your girl's over here collaging. But this was the second, right? This was the second. I started feeling myself. I was like, yes, what can I do? So this was a reference that I used to draw. And I purposely put him off on the side. Because to me, there's something about not necessarily making the face, like central. I like the off the side kind of viewpoint. Right? And with this one, as opposed to the other one, this one obviously was the first one, my first experience. I used just a glue stick. And then this one, I used hodgepodge. And the reason why I know the difference, I use hodgepodge and the glue stick, but definitely hodgepodge because there's more of a sheen in certain areas. I could see where I used the hodgepodge. This one, I feel like there was a theme in it because obviously I have the clock. I think 40. I got the word 40 in the number 40 in there. And time. I got, you know, his little matchstick in his mouth. Because what? He's a zaddy. Yes. And I don't know if you noticed, but I made this like a shirt collar. So you see a bit of his neck. So you know his shirt is open. Looking sexy. So yeah. The third one I did was my favorite. And that is why it is framed. The reason why it's my favorite, if you look a little closer, it has New York. This New York vibes all through and through, right? Music hall. I love this. So anyway, I'm hoping that there's not too much of a glare there. But yes, this is my favorite, and that is why it's framed, and that is why it's on my wall. Oh, it even has Jay-Z in there. Jay-Z, holla. Okay. Right there, look at that. If that ain't New York. Okay. Representative of New York. Anyway, so yeah, that was my third, and my fourth Is this one. I don't know if you notice. Let's compare the two. Well, actually, let's talk about them. How sexy are those lips? How sexy are those lips? I don't have a date on this one. Oh, I wish I'm going to start putting dates on anything that I make and then the end date that I actually finish it. So I can see in this one what I had before. The actual first drawing was a guy, the same guy, but his hands were like this. He was like this. And honey, I was struggling to get the colors to make it look like a hand, where it's distinguished against the rest of the face. It wasn't working out. I can still see it. I don't know if you can see on camera. I'm gonna try. Oop. The hands are like right here. Right here. Yeah, so that didn't work out. And so I had to change it. What I noticed though, between the first and the second, I wanted to try something different. I wanted to cut out the pieces. So this is the first, this is the last. They're both great. They are both great. But to me, you can see the gradual growth, the development in collaging. And this was just a short period of time. I will say, once I try something the first time, I know it's messy. We all start stuff and it's messy at first, and then you just get better as you go along. This was my fourth and final in terms of mosaic collage. But as I was doing this one, I don't know, it didn't feel as intriguing. It didn't feel as creative because if you notice, these are ripped and it shows the white edges. And this one is clean. No white edges because I cut it. I love it because it's different. I purposely did it this way because I wanted to see, what it would look like, but it wasn't as fabulous. So these are the extremes, right? The beginning, right? The beginning and the end, right? This one is just, oops, upside down. This one is like the Goldilocks story. This one is just too rough. This one is just too smooth. But this one is just right. Just right. And that is why I feel like it's my favorite, aside from it being themed in New York. So yeah, let me ask you something. Did you notice anything in particular? I'll tell you what, they're all male. They are all male. I didn't do not one collage, no mosaic collage of a woman's face. I don't know. You looking for a reason? I am too. And I searched the recesses of my mind, and I don't know. See? And there you have it. Those are the collages I've done at the time, and I probably went off into something else that interested me, except painting. But my collaging has definitely evolved, as you'll see. These are different styles of collaging. I've taken pieces from different areas and put them together. This is what I'm on right now. Mosaic, I probably will come back to, but I need to get this out of my system. Collaging, get in any old books, magazines, glue sticks, hodgepodge, whatever your adhesive you want to use. Get a piece of paper, firm paper, doesn't have to be like anything expensive. And then if you like it, you can remount it on something more sturdier. It's not that deep. And just have fun with it. You can make it any size. I tend to like medium size works with the collaging. I think once it gets this way, it causes me to have to think too much. I'm not trying to think too much. I want to enjoy what I'm doing. Sometimes you also need inspiration. That's fine. Go ahead and do it. But whatever you think you want to try, do it. Don't waste another moment. It either works for you or it doesn't. And even if it doesn't work the first time, that's fine. Try it again. And then maybe after the fifth time, you're like, yeah, no, it's not for me. Then you know what it is. It's not for you.